Hi guys, answer one question. Do you like searching for treasure? Today we're going to talk about one of the best cartoons in the world, Treasure Island by David Cherkassy, 1988. And you won't believe it, but it's about a treasure island. Surprised? Hell yeah! Well, are you ready to go on an adventure, guys? I am. IFC.
Well, so, the cartoon starts with a music intermission. Horrible weather. Admiral Billy Bones and his cat get to his mansion. Billy Bones tells Jimmy Hawkins to be on a lookout. The pirates from the outside are secretly picking at them. In the morning, two pirates and a dog sing a song next to the mansion and ask for money, but Billy Bones only laughs at them. From the description card, we get to know that Billy has a treasure map and is always sick. When Billy goes out of the house, one of the pirates walks inside and secretly looks for the map. Doesn't find it, and Billy comes back to the house. Black Dog tries to make Billy drunk but doesn't succeed, and they start playing catch-up. Then Black Dog runs away and Billy gets a headache. The doctor Livesey enters the room and prohibits Billy to drink rum. Blind Pew comes to the mansion, which is an Indian fact, but I will continue calling it a mansion. Blind Pew frightens Jimmy and asks to take him to Billy, then gives Admiral the black label and walks away. Billy tells Jimmy everything about the map and dies. Music intermission. Jimmy takes the map and runs away from the house. Black Dog and other pirates led by Blind Pew break into the mansion but don't find the map. Jimmy sits on the horse and rides away. He gets to the castle on the cliff, where meets Dr. Livesey and the landlord Square Trelawney. Jimmy shows them the map and they all travel to Bristol. There they go to a pub, another music intermission. Square calls John Silver and asks for a ship and a crew. They all board Espanola and we get to know Captain Smollett. He doesn't like this whole idea with a treasure hunt. In the night on the way to the island, the crew and John Silver arm themselves. The crew discusses his plan to eliminate leaders as soon as they find the treasure, and Jimmy eavesdrops everything. Goddamn music intermission again! The end of the first part. The end of the first part, beginning of the second, and we start with a goddamn music intermission again. Someone yells land, Jimmy tells leaders about Silver's conspiracy, and they all decide to pretend like they know nothing. Jimmy gets to the island first, and the crew, after arrived, tries to find him. Jimmy accidentally bumps into someone called Ben Gunn. Ben says he was a pirate and served Captain Flint once. Then we get to know that the crew was once Flint's crew, but now the captain is dead. We are told about how Flint hid his treasure via goddamn music intermission again. Dr. Livesey sees a fort on the top of the island and thinks of a plan. Leaders board a boat and swim to the island, while other pirates on the ship shoot at them. Unharmed leaders finally get to the fort and Jim joins them. He tells leaders about Ben and that he knows how to get rid of Silver. Suddenly Silver comes to them and proposes to leave everybody alive if they give him the map, but Smollett refuses the offer. And then what do you think? What? Music intermission again. The shootout/fight begins, some fun stuff happens, but Dr. Livesey, Smollett, Trelawney and Jim outsmart the crew and win. In the night, Ben shows Dr. Livesey all the treasure that he found, while Jimmy steals the Espanola, but when he comes to the fort, Jim sees Silver with the map and the crew. Silver decides to keep Jim as a hostage because he doesn't understand why would Dr. Livesey give Silver a map to stay alive now after the fight that he won. The crew comes to the treasure location but find nothing there. Then they see that the leader surrounded them, and the climax happens. Also, you guessed it, goddamn music intermission again. As you could have heard, I didn't like the music intermissions. In fact, they weren't supposed to be in the movie. They were added to make the duration longer. They don't create the atmosphere around the movie as some people may say. There are two problems with these intros. A, they ruin the atmosphere. B, even if you think they were added to do so, the songs aren't exactly connected to the plot. They are more like digressions rather than continuations of the story. If we are just looking at the compositions themselves, they're cool, interesting, but in the movie they feel odd. However, still,
I won't lie if I say that it's a great cartoon, one of the best made in USSR and probably in the world. The animation, the comedy, the script are just fabulous. There are some problems with this movie, but these problems are nothing compared to the advantages of this cartoon. How I said before, magnificent. I recommend it, and recommend it again.
Also recommend you watch a video about one of the scariest movies in the world. It's so scary you would want to throw your computer out of the window. Well, if you live on the first floor, it would be more difficult for you to ruin the computer, so you would have to throw it a few times. That's how scary it is.